I'm Bobby Pierre with TAPinto, and we're here with Mayor Angie Devanney with our weekly catch-up. And last week we started off with, unfortunately, the businesses were starting to close down because of this coronavirus. And now basically the governor shut down all non-essential businesses. Can you catch us up with what has happened this week?
Sure. It's been a very hectic and busy week. I think it was Saturday. I participated in a statewide call for all mayors. I think there are at least 100 of us on the line with Senator Menendez and Senator Booker, just sort of talking about at the time the proposed stimulus and emergency package that was being proposed. Allowing mayors to ask questions in terms of the funding and what was anticipated. On Saturday, or rather on Sunday, I participated in a call with the governor's office for mayors in Union, Morris, and Somerset counties. I think there were about 70 of us on that phone call. That was well over 2 hours. And again, it was sort of going through the governor's executive orders, trying to emphasize where we really need guidance as mayors. A lot of this has been very difficult navigating waters, uncharted waters that none of us really, know what the next step should be and know what the future holds. We also had our first virtual council meeting on Tuesday. I think it worked out really well, considering it was the first time. I think that the residents asked excellent questions, and it ranged everything from public health questions about, contact with somebody who potentially has COVID-19 to, financial questions about the budget and taxes and that type of thing. We did the best that we could with the guidance that we had to answer those questions as openly and honestly as possible.
Things are constantly changing. So the budget, I don't know, did I lose you? We're here.
I'm here.
So with things constantly changing, how are you adapting running this town when there's so many unknowns?
It is literally an hour by hour situation. I participate also in a daily, 7-day-a-week call with the county elected officials. And then I do a follow-up call with our local emergency management and public safety folks in town, just to sort of keep us going. And they're on the front lines, obviously. So I need to hear from them what they need, what's going on out there. Are seniors protected? Are we adhering to social distancing in terms of grocery stores? The governor actually came out with guidance today about social distancing in grocery stores, particularly as it relates to senior citizens. So it's evolving on a daily basis, and it's a lot of Zoom conference calls like this one. That's primarily my day well into the night. Try to take time with my family, and appreciate these moments that we have together, as well as making sure that we're prepared as a township.
So back to the council meeting, what were some of the concerns of the residents that they may have brought up to you at the meeting?
From a public health standpoint, it was there were some questions about how would you know if you had contact with somebody with COVID-19? And the answer to that is our health officer, Annie McNair, does a contact investigation. When somebody's a confirmed case, she opens up a case and does an investigation, checks on the patient on a regular basis, finds out who they've been in contact with, who they, where they may have been, and then she contacts those contacts, if you will. Mm-hmm. So if you have not heard from our health officer, that's a very good sign that you have not been in contact with somebody with COVID-19. And then obviously, we're all concerned about our budgets, our household budget. I'm concerned about our municipal budget. So our residents had a lot of great questions about property taxes, interest on delayed property tax payments. We talked a little bit about the liquidity of the municipal budget. If we don't collect, our rate is typically about 97% in any given year of what we get of people, doing their civic duty, I guess, and paying their taxes. We don't know what the future holds. Could it be 25% less? That's a significant hit. And you have to remember that we also collect the taxes for the library, and we give them their funds. And for the county, we give them their funds. And for the Board of Education, the municipality is only 18% of that. So that tax collection is really an unknown, and people are asking a lot of questions, and they don't know what's going to happen in the future, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But I remain hopeful every day that we're going to get through this. We're going to get the stimulus emergency funds that we need from the federal government. The state's going to recognize what we need. They're going to give us relief in places where we need relief, and we'll find a way to get through it.
So we're not talking about rash decisions to cut services, to cut the budget. Right now, we're running as we should be, correct?
We're running, our basic services are still intact. Obviously, we have to take a hard look at our 2020 operating budget. We have to take a hard look at our capital budget when there are there's favorite programs like the bulk pickup, and that's something that we're just sort of waiting to see what happens, because 1 month from now, I don't want to regret putting that program in place, and then maybe we have to lay off an essential worker. So I'm trying to, and I know the council is trying to be very mindful about our decisions in both directions.
Mm-hmm. So going forward, obviously, we want to support our businesses. Most businesses are shut except for the essentials, which are the restaurants. A few got added back. Is there any advice that you can give to our community this week about still supporting the businesses going forward?
Well, I most certainly plead, please go out and support our local businesses. They need our help. They have adjusted beautifully. There's curbside pickup. There's, you could call in and give your credit card. There's online payments now. I think that they have really done a tremendous job of adjusting in this time of really chaos, and they deserve our support. I know that we're eating out and taking out a lot more than we typically do, and that's really in an effort to support everybody in Berkeley Heights.
Yeah. Well, I know that we're going to try and keep in touch on a weekly basis, and obviously we talk in between, and I appreciate all the correspondence that goes between your office and TAPinto, and we try and get the word out to our community via your website. Can you tell people the website address and make sure that we're going to the proper channels to get the right information?
So our website is berkeleyheights.gov, and that, if you need services, online forms, that kind of thing, we're trying to make everything as remote as possible. But if you're looking for COVID-19 updates, we have a special big red button as you enter the home page. It's right up top. Click right there, gives you all the information. So that's berkeleyheights.gov/COVID-19. And I know that you've done a great job, and I greatly appreciate getting the information out as quickly as possible as well to our residents.
We're happy to be the platform. So I will be in touch soon, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Bobby. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.